this is the story of my life. One man's quest to find faith. One man's quest to find God. God is truly real, the foundation of all truth, the definition and the power of the word love. My life has truly been a testimony to this fact, but you may find these stories a little too hard to believe. But it's the truth, every word of it. It actually happened. It was my life, I lived it. Everyone in this world has asked this question at one time or another. Is there a God? Well, all I can offer you is the way that I found that there is indeed a God. I found the way, my way to the Lord has been to the love of his mother, Mary, the mother of Jesus. But when you hear these stories, please remember this important fact. I am not a saint. I'm just as human as you are. There's nothing special or holy about me. I am just a simple man. Why Mary chose this flawed and imperfect sinner, I may never know or understand. I can only hope that I never fail her or her Son, Jesus Christ. It is my sincere hope and prayer that through sharing these stories with you, it may help you on your way, on your journey to find God. Now, to begin this, I was born a disfigured child. There were 3 operations before I was 7 years old. I was born with a birth defect, a cleft palate, and I suffered for it. I learned and grew from it, and I learned God's love through it. Mary first appeared to me when I was 10 years old. I was very bright, scientific oriented. I studied everything. I read 200 books a month, sometimes a week, on science. I thought science had all the answers. Well, what did I know? I learned later that science did not know everything. Only God knows that. But I was so convinced that science was the way when I was just a 10-year-old boy. And I was a big fan of Star Trek. In fact, I loved the character of Mr. Spock. So, on a hot summer night, our family did not have air conditioning. We had windows. We had fans in the windows. And as every night, my mother and father and my 3 brothers would gather and pray a rosary. Well, I was scared of the dark. I always have been. And I covered my head to toe with a sheet. I figured it would protect me from all the evil, all the darkness around me. Well, that night, when Mary first appeared to me, I was laying in my bed with the sheet from head to toe. And I was quite comfortable, protected. I felt safe. Then a beautiful multicolored light reflected through the sheet. And I said, where did that light come from? How could it be? There was no lights in the room. I pulled the sheet down, and there she was, Mary, with this beautiful blue rose. She had this incredible, inviting, loving smile. It was so real. I was too afraid to reach out, but I could have touched her. In any case, I pulled the sheet back over my head and said, there's no way she would come visit me. I'm nothing special. So I believed that I was dreaming. I must be dreaming. Why would Mary come visit this insignificant little boy? Well, I thought, what would Mr. Spock do? Well, he would do a thought experiment and prove that I was either dreaming or not dreaming. So I was laying there underneath that sheet as Mary patiently waited outside the sheet, and I decided to pinch myself. When I pinched myself at certain portions of my body, I was aware where I pinched myself and where the pain came from. Therefore, I must be awake, right? Well, I pulled the sheet back down, and she was still there. In all of her wonder and all of her beauty, I said politely, "Excuse me," and put the sheet back over my head. Well, I thought, this doesn't make any sense. She would never come see me. I'm nothing special. So I decided to pinch myself harder. I said that would be the logical choice. I didn't wake up because I didn't pinch myself hard enough. So I did again. And I pulled the sheet back over my head and excused myself from the Mother of God another time. I said, I'll do it again. I just don't wake up. Maybe I'm too sound sleepy. Maybe the dream's too vivid in my own mind or in my own imagination. That certainly I must be dreaming this. So a third time I pinched myself very hard and I grimaced in pain. But she was still there waiting for me. Well, I thought, what if the impossible is happening after I put the sheet back over my head a third time? What if she's really there and this isn't my imagination? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe she really did come to visit me, this unknown little boy. Well, I pulled the sheet back again. I looked into Mary's beautiful eyes, and she was so inviting, so kind, so caring. If I only reached out, I could have touched her. She was so inviting, so loving, so incredibly beautiful. And then she spoke to me. I was so surprised. It's not, how can I share that experience with you? It's impossible. And she didn't speak from her voice, from her vocal cords out. She spoke to me from within my soul. It was such a loving voice, such a compassionate voice. And she said, I am pleased. I was so moved and confused at the same time. Why would she be pleased with me? I'm just an average boy, an imperfect sinner, a human being, just like you. But she spoke to me. It was a gift from God. It was a gift of faith. It was a gift of love. Well, she left me then. And that night, I was so determined. I woke up my whole family. I go, Mom, Dad, I saw the Blessed Virgin Mary. I woke up my 3 brothers. Of course, I was screaming so loud, they all told me to go shut up and go back to sleep. But I told them I really saw her. She really came to see me. They didn't believe me. They thought it was a vivid imagination of their son. But the next morning, I was determined to tell everyone at my grade school. And I couldn't wait to go to school that morning. I was so excited and so full of hope and so thrilled to share what I experienced the night before. So I told every sister, I told every priest, I told every student in that school. And I was shocked at the response. I was rejected. I was insulted. I was horrified at their cruelty to me. And all they did was tell the truth. When I walked home that day, I was sad, in tears, as I prayed to Mary. I said, Mary, I love you very much, but I don't want to talk about you anymore, because people hurt. It's too painful. I was afraid. So I kept it a secret. But it wouldn't stay that way. If you want to hear more, this is the first of a series called Ave Maria, where I will tell and share with you all my journey